Hey, well, if you want to know the answer, you're definitely in the right spot. Knowing this is important because it'll teach you how to get way more done with less time. Isn't that what we all want? Before we dive in, let me define a couple things. A daily routine could be called a daily ritual. It could be habits that are performed during the day. But the concept is our brains actually go on autopilot a little bit. And we're able to, if we keep doing the same things in the same order, in the same way, a daily routine can be so beneficial to us. The big problem that you're probably facing right now is you're not getting enough done. At the end of the day, you're probably feeling tired, overwhelmed, and looking at that to-do list that is still a mile long. And I know how it feels. I've been there myself. I remember back when I was working 60 plus hours a week as a restaurant manager and trying to build my business at the same time. And man, it was so tough. I'd look at all the things that I had to do at the end of the day and I felt tired and depleted and with just no more energy to go on. Most people have it all wrong. Actually, this is something that I discovered. Most of us think, or I used to think, that what do you mean a daily routine? I have no time as it is already, and you expect me to do more or plan out my day? It's not going to happen. And I used to think that too, but then I figured out a couple of things. The first and most important part of a daily routine is waking up early. Now, maybe you work night shifts, maybe you work shift work, but waking up to an alarm and waking up early in the morning is the best. Of course, that means that there has to be a great sleep the night before as well. The second piece is working out. There is something, and maybe it's just a yoga practice, maybe it's a full-on sweaty workout, but it's so important to get that blood rushing, get that oxygen into your body, into the brain first thing in the morning. The third piece is some sort of meditation. Remember when I introduced this into my life, and I started out with 5 minutes and grew slowly more and more and more, and just the clarity and the energy that comes from even just a 5-minute meditation is so important. The fourth part, before we check email, this is huge, plan the day. Take a look. What's on the to-do list? We'll talk about this in another point, but what did you have down from the night before that you need to accomplish today? Plan the day. Number 5 is make sure that you take frequent breaks. Science says it's best to take a break about every 50 minutes, a 5 to 10 minute break. This gives our brains time to rest and time to recharge once again. Number 6 is take a walk at lunch. Maybe you're in a business, or if you're working and there's no way to get outside and go for a walk, the best way is just breathe deeply and just consciously unplug. There is something so important that recenters ourselves at that moment. And then the last piece is at the end of the day, right before bed, make sure that you reflect and plan the next day. This gets all of those crazy thoughts that are in our head and swirling around and sometimes don't allow us to sleep down on paper so we can breathe and we have a good plan of attack for the next day. After you do those things, I promise you'll feel like you're in control all over again. It is the best feeling in the world. Is that something that you'd like? If so, please join our fan page below and this exclusive group of amazing people just like yourself. If you want to get more done, if you want to have more time, if you want to be stressed, less overwhelmed, and less burnt out, and I'm sure you do, then you'll want to sign up and get the latest tips from us on how to do that, just like what you learned here today. So thank you so much. Join our fan page, link below, and we'll see you soon.